Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Courts Today by Live Law, your go-to source for the latest and fastest legal updates. I am your host Urvashi Chauhan, here to bring you daily developments, landmark judgments and significant rulings from the world of law. Let us start. We begin with the headlines and a concise overview of the top stories, and after that we will delve into the full details. The Supreme Court has granted bail to former Tamil Nadu Minister Senthil Balaji in the money laundering case. Supreme Court has ordered women's reservation in Delhi High Court Bar Association posts. A Mumbai court has sentenced Shiv Sena's Sanjay Raut to 15 days jail in defamation case by BJP leader Kirit, Somaiya's wife. After the tiebreaker judge pronounced his opinion last week, the Bombay High Court has allowed Kunal Kamra's plea and struck down the 2023 amendment to IT rules on fact-check units. Supreme Court has posted appeals in the Godhra train burning case for hearing in January 2025. The Apex Court has reserved judgment on plea challenging Byju's BCCI settlement. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment on CPIM MLA A. Raja's appeal against Kerala High Court annulling his election in the 2021 Assembly polls. Bar Council of India has directed all state bar councils to ensure criminal background check is done before enrolling advocates and confirm declarations on degree and jobs. Regarding the Delhi University Student Union elections, the Delhi High Court has halted counting of votes and pulled up the Delhi University over failure to discipline candidates. A UP court has granted bail to a man who allegedly threatened to kill the judge who ordered Gyanvapi survey. DMK leader and former Tamil Nadu Minister Senthil Balaji has been granted bail today by the Supreme Court in the money laundering case arising out of the cash for jobs allegations. He is an accused in the cash for jobs scam during his tenure as a Tamil Nadu's transport minister between 2011 and 2016. He is accused of working with his personal assistants and brother to collect money from job seekers in exchange for promises of jobs in the Tamil Nadu Transport Department. Many candidates had filed complaints after paying large sums but not receiving the promised jobs. As a result, the Enforcement Directorate registered a money laundering case and arrested Balaji in June 2023. In February this year, the Madras High Court had denied him bail, after which he approached the top court. He was represented by senior advocates Mukul Rohtagi and Siddharth Luthra before the top court, who contended that the deposits of 1.34 crore in his bank account between 2013 and 2021 were derived from his agricultural income and salary as an MLA. That the prosecution had overlooked these legitimate sources of income and wrongly attributed them to the alleged scam. They also pointed out discrepancies in the hard disk evidence, where a Seagate hard disk was mentioned in the court proceedings, but an HP hard disk was actually recovered. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta and Advocate Zohaib Hussain appeared for the Enforcement Directorate, asserting that the 1.34 crore in cash deposits had no connection to his MLA salary or agricultural income. ED also presented other documents and emails implicating Balaji, including files found on his computer showing the detailed management of the alleged scam. A bench of Justice Abhay S. Oak and Justice Augustine George Massey had reserved its judgment in August this year. During the hearing, the court had expressed skepticism about the possibility of the trial commencing soon, pointing out that Balaji had already been in custody for a year, with no clear prospect of the trial commencing within the next few months. Today, while granting the bail, Justice Oak said that stringent bail provisions and delay in trial cannot go together. To read the judgment in detail, please visit livelaw.in. In a significant development, the Supreme Court has today ordered that there should be women's reservation for posts in the Delhi High Court Bar Association. The court directed that a meeting of the General Body of Bar Association be held as early as possible, not later than 10 days. The general body shall consider desirability of reserving the post of treasurer for women members. In addition to reserving the post of treasurer, it shall be at liberty to consider desirability of reserving one more post of office bearers of the Bar Association for women members. Further, the court ordered that out of 10 executive committee members, there shall be at least 3 women members. The general body may also consider that out of the 3 women members of the executive committee, at least 1 is a senior designated advocate. The direction was given by the bench of Justices Suryakant, Dipankar Datta and Ujjal Bhuya, which was dealing with pleas seeking reservation for women lawyers in Delhi's bar bodies. The bench found it disappointing that since the year 1962, there had not been even a single woman president of the bar. The Mazgaon Metropolitan Court in Mumbai today convicted Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray faction leader Sanjay Raut and sentenced him to 15 days jail term for defaming BJP leader and former MLA Kirit Somaiya and his wife Medha Somaiya. The court has also ordered Raut to pay a compensation of 25,000 rupees to the complainant Medha. According to the complaint, in 2022, Raut had accused her husband of being involved in a rupees 100 crore scam pertaining to construction of some toilets in the jurisdiction of Mira Bhayandar, the twin city near Mumbai. For detailed reading on this, please visit livelaw.in. The Bombay High Court has allowed the petitions filed by comedian Kunal Kamra, Editors Guild of India, Association of Indian Magazines and News Broadcasters of Digital Association, striking down the 2023 amendment to IT rules. The amendment allowed the central government to establish a fact-check unit to identify fake and false information about its business being circulated on digital media. As you are aware that after the split verdict by the bench of Justices Ajay Gadkari and Dr. Neena Gokhale in the matter, the case was heard by Justice Atul Chandrodkar. While Justice Patel had struck down the amendments, Justice Gokhale had upheld the same. Following this, last week, Justice Chandrodkar pronounced his opinion and agreed with the views of Justice Patel. After receiving the opinion of the tiebreaker judge, the High Court Division Bench today declared the amendment unconstitutional and struck it down. I must tell you here that Kunal Kamra in his plea had stated that he is a political satirist who relies on social media platforms to share his content, and the rules could lead to arbitrary censorship of his content, as it could be blocked, taken down, or his social media accounts could be suspended. However, the Ministry of Information and Technology had claimed that it would be in public interest for authentic information related to government's business to be ascertained and disseminated after fact-checking by a government agency so that the potential harm to the public at large can be contained. In the next update, the Supreme Court has today adjourned a batch of appeals in the Godhra train burning case to be heard for final hearing in the third week of January 2025. The crime, which took place in February 2002, resulted in the killing of 58 persons in a fire inside a coach of Sabarmati Express, which was carrying car sevaks from Ayodhya. The Godhra carnage triggered communal riots in Gujarat. In March 2011, the trial court convicted 31 persons, of whom 11 were sentenced to death and the remaining 20 were awarded life in prison. 63 other accused were acquitted. In 2017, the Gujarat High Court commuted the death sentence of the 11 to life term and upheld the life sentence awarded to the other 20. Today, the bench of Justices J.K. Maheshwari and Rajesh Bindal was hearing criminal appeals filed by the convicts against the trial court and Gujarat High Court convicting them. The Gujarat government has also filed some separate appeals challenging the commutation of sentence of the accused from death penalty to life sentence by the High Court. The appeals have been pending since 2018. While adjourning the matter today, the court stated that it would not adjourn the matter anymore. The Supreme Court has today reserved judgment on the petitions filed by US-based lender Glass Trust Company LLC challenging decision of the NCLAT to close the insolvency proceedings against EdTech company Byju after accepting a settlement between it and BCCI for about 158 crores. While reserving the judgment, the court directed the resolution professional to maintain the status quo and not to hold any meeting of the committee of creditors till the verdict is delivered. During the hearing, the bench comprising CJI Chandrachud, Justices J.B. Pardewala and Manoj Mishra raised doubts about NCLAT's decision and orally observed that there was no due application of mind. Yesterday, the bench had questioned why Byju chose to settle the 150 crore debt along with BCCI when it had over 15,000 crore debt and asked how the NCLAT could approve such a settlement. During the hearings, the court also expressed inclination to remit the matter back to the appellate tribunal for reconsideration. Today, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, representing BCCI, submitted that he was not concerned about any adverse order in the present case, as the amount of 158 crores may not be a big sum for the corpus of the BCCI. He further said that he was more concerned about the adverse consequences which the court's order may have on the scope of settlements in insolvency matters. The Solicitor General also told the bench that BCCI had agreed to the settlement with Byju on two conditions. First, that the money should be untainted coming through banking channels after tax paid, and second, that the money should not be from the assets of the corporate debtor. The Supreme Court has reserved another judgment today on a plea by Kerala CPIM MLA A. Raja challenging the March 2023 order of the Kerala High Court, which annulled his elections on grounds that he was not a member of the scheduled caste to contest from a seat reserved for SC category. The challenge to Raja's election was raised by D. Kumar before the High Court in an election petition. In April last year, the Supreme Court had stayed the order of the High Court and allowed Raja to participate in the proceedings of the Legislative Assembly. However, he would not be entitled to vote on any motion and not entitled to receive any allowance or monetary benefits as an MLA. The main issue raised before the bench of Justices Abhay Oak, Ehsanuddin Amanullah and Augustine George Massey was whether Raja's election could be declared void on alleged conversion to Christianity. D. Kumar argued that Raja's paternal grandparents, who belonged to Parayan caste, had migrated from Tamil Nadu to Kerala in 1951. He stated that his parents were Christian, baptized by CSI Church in 1982, and that Raja, born in 1984, was also baptized. Further, it was stated that Hindu Parayan is a scheduled caste in relation to Tamil Nadu, but they cannot claim to be a member of scheduled caste in relation to Kerala. He also submitted that Raja married in 2013 in accordance with rites and rituals of the Christian community. Raja's counsel, on the other hand, contended that the relevant certificates, including birth certificates, school admission register, caste certificates and extract of the birth register wherein the religion of his father and mother are shown as Hindu, was produced before the High Court in the election petition. He said that these were not challenged by the respondent and that the High Court judgment did not even refer to them. He also said that the distinction attempted to be made out between Hindu Parayan community of Tamil Nadu and that of Kerala is not at all relevant. Both lawyers debated on the meaning of residence under the 1950 order. It was agreed in court that resident could refer to a permanent resident based on facts and behavior. The court had questioned if someone arriving in Kerala just one day before the 1950 order would be considered a resident or still a migrant. The judgment has now been reserved. Stay tuned with us for the verdict. And now an important update for the law students. The Bar Council of India has issued a circular to all state bar councils mandating strict compliance with BCCI directions of criminal background check, declaration of simultaneous degree or employment, and compliance with attendance norms before enrolling candidates for legal practice. A thorough criminal background check is mandatory for all candidates, and those with disqualifying criminal records are ineligible for enrollment. Candidates must also declare if they were enrolled in any simultaneous degree program, academic course, or employed during their legal education. Additionally, candidates must provide proof of compliance with the attendance requirements set by the Bar Council of India, supported by attendance records from their institutions. According to the circular, enrollment will be postponed for any candidate who fails to meet these requirements until full compliance is achieved. And now let me tell you, the Delhi High Court has today halted the process of counting of votes for the ongoing Delhi University Students' Union elections in the wake of candidates indulging in acts of vandalism and defacement of public properties. Voting in the election is scheduled to take place tomorrow and counting of votes was scheduled for September 28th. The court was dealing with a plea moved by Advocate Prashant Manchanda in 2017 seeking action against the candidates indulging in the defacement of public properties. The plea also sought removal of the defacement and refurbishment of the areas. A fresh application was moved by Manchanda against the recent vandalism and defacement amid the student union polls. A division bench comprising the Chief Justice, Justice Manmohan and Justice Tushar Rao Gadela directed that no counting of votes shall take place till the court is satisfied that the posters, spray paints and graffitis are removed and public properties are restored. The bench also pulled up the Delhi University over its failure to discipline the candidates and supervise the election process. In a related update, the Supreme Court today refused to entertain a plea filed by Delhi University student Rahul Jansla seeking permission to contest for the post of secretary in the Students' Union elections. He had filed a petition seeking permission to contest in the upcoming elections, claiming that his nomination for the secretary post was initially cleared and his name was included in the provisional list of eligible candidates. When he appeared to withdraw from other posts, the authorities rejected his nomination, saying that he missed the deadline and excluded his name from the final list for secretary. He first approached the Delhi High Court, which issued a notice but did not grant him interim relief. So he approached the Supreme Court. A bench of Justices Sanjeev Khanna, Sanjay Kumar and R. Mahadevan heard the matter and observed that it could neither stay the elections nor permit Jansla to contest provisionally. And lastly, a special NIA court in Uttar Pradesh's Lucknow district has granted bail to Adnan Khan, who has been accused by the anti-terrorism squad of the state police of threatening Judge Divakar involved in the Gyanvapi mosque case via his Instagram account, posting inappropriate remarks and encouraging violence against the judge. Judge Divakar has ordered a videographic survey of the Gyanvapi mosque premises in 2022. The FIR lodged by UP-ATS investigating officer states that the alleged Instagram post had been seen by a lot of people, and through this post, people associated with similar ideology were motivated to harm the judge, and the post was hurting religious sentiments of people of other religions. Special NIA Judge Vivekanand Sharan Tripathi granted bail to Adnan today, who is booked under UAPA, noting that the sections invoked against him are punishable with imprisonment of less than 7 years and that the prosecution has presented no previous criminal history. For more details on the cases mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Live Law. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. You can support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or by becoming a member for just 89 rupees per month.